So it's been a pretty long time since the whole Sinder situation went down, and obviously I've been covering it very closely with a lot of people that have been involved. There's been very many sides to this. For example, the VTuber artists like nanoless, and also the VTubers that are affected by some of the backstabbing that Sinder did. And essentially, they've been actually doing really good off it. And I really wanted to hone in on one VTuber today who's actually been, killing it ever since, a lot of this stuff has gone down and a lot of the mistreatment that she's faced whenever it comes to Sinder and a lot of the actions that she did, a couple of weeks ago and that has been found out a couple of weeks ago because it was pretty terrible. And this person obviously is Spite. Now, Spite is a VTuber who has been very, very popular in the space, especially recently after getting a lot of kind of, found out by a lot of VTuber fans after this drama had all went down. Essentially, she made a Google Doc saying that Sinder was actively copying a lot of her designs and pretty much copying a lot of the stuff that she was doing. She would upload something and a couple of days later, she would see Sinder doing exactly the same thing, that type of thing. And obviously, they do have a very similar kind of design in terms of they were both like Hellhound type VTubers, which again, obviously, it annoyed Spite quite a bit, and, she wasn't very happy with it, which obviously caused her to make a Google Doc on it whenever a lot of the Google Docs were coming out about Sinder. And it seems like Spite has been the one that has gotten the most support from a lot of the, obviously old Sinder fans and also just VTuber fans in general, because over here, there's actually been a post on r/virtual YouTubers, which says VTuber Spite celebrates 100,000 on Twitch. Congrats. And this is absolutely insane. I've never seen anybody's channel blow up this much before, for quite a while. And it's kind of great to see that, a lot of these VTubers that have been mistreated are doing absolutely amazing. If you guys remember my last video, I looked at, a series of different ones, including like Bao, Silverveil, other people like that, who have been getting a pretty big, boost in terms of viewership due to this. But it seems like Spite has actually seen the biggest growth out of them all, because obviously, yeah, people down in the comments have also been pretty supportive. Got 2.3 thousand upvotes. They say Sinder throws everyone under the bus in an attempt to become more popular and loses. Spite does nothing and wins. They say it was 10k followers per week. The Friday before the doc, she was at 69k-ish followers. So again, she was at 69,000 followers over on Twitch before, which means she's got like a 31,000 follower up, boost over the course of a few weeks, which is absolutely crazy. They're saying, out of the loop here, why is Bluey there? Is she a fan? They said, I don't follow Spite, so this is just a wild guess. I assume it's just a joke of them both being blue dogs. They say, on one side, I kind of feel like she's being pushed as the new Sinder, which I definitely do think it does feel slightly like that. But at the same time, I think it's great that people have actually been supporting her. I mean, obviously they have two completely separate personalities and they're two completely separate people. So I think it's kind of wrong for people to be kind of pushing them into the same box and saying that this is just the new Sinder, because it's not. It's a completely new person who has just found a lot of popularity with, a lot of the people that have either, come from Sinder's community or have come from the general VTuber community, seeing a lot of the Sinder drama going down itself. Now, they say from being ignored to now everyone collabing and talking with her, which feels kind of weird. On the other, Spite is a sweetheart, and I'm extremely glad that she is getting the recognition it deserves. I think part of it was her also offering Sinder's old fan base a place to stay if they needed one, them taking her seriously, and then people realizing just how pleasant she is to watch overall, followed by them directing Sinder's fans her way to join while joining too. So I don't think she intended to fill the Hellhound-shaped hole, but it ended up happening regardless. They're saying, I'm out of the loop. How did she offer Sinder's old fan base a place to stay? Was she a friend of Sinder? Said she was completely unrelated to her. She has a similar VTuber theme, and obviously, yeah, she made the Google Doc, and people just kind of went over there, which, yeah, I think, kind of having this place for a lot of these fans to go is very nice. Obviously, there's a lot of people, out there who don't like her due to the fact that, she's taken this place from Sinder and she's gonna, she's trying to take her spot. She's trying to be Sinder. No, like, who cares? Like, let's be real. I feel like, she has provided this little gap which a lot of Sinder fans are missing out on. And, if you look at her stream charts here, or Twitch tracker, sorry, that's insane. That's an insane boost. I don't think I've ever seen a boost like that in a while. She went from around about 200 average viewers, which is still pretty good, up to around about 2,000 average viewers. So she's around about 10 times viewership. So she's gone from 200 to 2,000, which is crazy. And yeah, as you can see here, the streams, she's been gaining, 500 followers, 100 followers, 300 followers, 300 followers, 600 followers, a lot of followers every single day, which is really, really great to see. And she's been streaming pretty much every single day. I mean, not every single day, but, very, very regularly, which obviously is going to help with that growth as well. And it's just great to see that someone who's been affected by a lot of this stuff is actually doing so good. And, obviously, as I said, I've covered Spite before, and I think I covered her whenever she went out to about 800 viewers-ish. Whenever, I said, oh, she's getting a big boost from it. But this is an even bigger boost as we go into May, with her actually getting a max viewership of 7,000 as well, which is absolutely crazy. I don't think I've seen any kind of boost of this scale before. Obviously, I've seen a couple boosts from going from like 10 viewers to like 100 or like 200. But in terms of going from 200 viewers to around 2,000, that's mental. That's absolutely crazy. And obviously it's not like she's been streaming anymore. She's been streaming about the same amount. So again, obviously it seems like people have just found a channel. People have gone over there and people have actually stuck due to her personality, due to her content or whatever, which is great because it means that people aren't just staying there due to the fact of like, oh, she was involved in this, so I'm just going to stick around. It means that people have gone, oh, she's been involved in this kind of stuff. She's telling people to go check out her channel. They've gone over there and they've realized, oh, wait, she's actually quite a cool VTuber. I'm actually stick around and start watching, which is going to be great. And I think that's just kind of kickstarted her career there. And hopefully we can see that further, go on. And I think this is just a really positive thing to take away from the Sinder drama, obviously, due to the fact of everything being pretty bad, everything being pretty negative in the space. I think the positives we can see is that some people who have been affected by this stuff have, actually kind of seen the positive sides of things like that, which obviously is great. And I think that, Spite now has a audience which, she can do whatever with, and she could, potentially even make this like a full job. I don't know if it was a job before at 200 viewers, but again, it definitely seems like at 2,000 viewers, you could definitely do this long term, which I hope that a lot of people do stick around even past this little bump, because again, obviously this is only over the course of 2 months, which is still quite a long time. So I'm hoping that this does like, stay at around 2,000 and doesn't just dip off whenever people just get bored. But it seems like she's retaining a lot of these viewers very, very well, which is good to see. And it's just good to see that there's been a very, very positive outcome from this video, from this kind of drama in general. But yeah, I just wanted to make this video just to, spread this little bit of positive information. Obviously, it's been very, very negative, as I said. And, I've made the video before talking about all the other VTubers that are doing well. So definitely go and support them. Go and support Spike. Go and support Silverveil. Go support Bao. Go support nanoless. Go support all of them. Because again, they have been very heavily affected by this. And obviously, they deserve a lot of support whenever it comes to streaming and everything like that. So yeah, that's what I got for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And also go to GameStop, use my code CASA, get 10% off. They've got a ton of stuff over there. I definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Also, let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this, because again, I'm very interested if you guys like Spite or if you guys don't like Spite. So yeah, let me know. And that's all. See ya.